Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is June 10th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts today. Today is a Friday. Not a lot to cover this morning, but the futures are trading down about 2 points. You can see a little volatile over the last hour or so, but trading down about 2 points overall on the session. It looks like the US dollar index is trading higher by just about 15, 16 cents at the moment. Here's the US dollar index chart. Really not having a huge effect on the market overall at the moment. You can see the dollar chart. Here's a daily dollar chart. Has had a nice little bounce for the last 3 days. But yesterday the market was able to rally up with the dollar being stronger. So again, the dollar is a little bit on the weaker side here. Has had a pretty decisive sell-off ever since, I guess, May 24th. Looks like that little high was made. And we've sold off pretty sharply, getting a little bit of a rebound, not really having a huge effect on the market overall. Yesterday, the market was able to scratch out a gain again with the weaker dollar. So really, the first gain in about 6 days. Common, it's oversold market. We talked about it yesterday a little bit, and that looks to be exactly what happened. Today is a Friday. We rarely expect a big sharp down Friday. Just because we usually don't think the institutions want to spook the Asian markets over the weekend, nor do they want to cause the U.S. consumer to not spend money. However, the past 3 Fridays have been down Fridays, and we'll have to be very, very cautious today. Again, this market is far from out of the woods, even though you had a little update yesterday in the overall indexes. So again, let's see what's moving out there. One stock that I'm looking at today is Lululemon. Lululemon is having a pretty good move here before the opening bell. You can see the stock is soaring, so that's a very, very nice move on Lululemon. So that will be in play today. Another stock that I'm watching closely is Comcast, and we'll take a look at that chart. You'll see this stock is also trading higher a little bit today. Comcast looks like it closed at 24.31 yesterday. Today, it looks like it is trading as high as 25.77. You can see the little dot right there. It's not so easy to see, but you can see it right up there. So Comcast is having a nice little move. Now, a couple things to go over. Silver is trading lower this morning. So you got a good little sell-off in silver today. Yeah, yesterday closed at 36.67. Today is trading at 36.08 at the moment. Traded below 36 a little while ago. Let's take a look at the GLD, which is very, very important as well. GLD is also trading lower, although bouncing off the lows a little bit. So, again, you got to watch the U.S. dollar. Even if it doesn't have a huge effect on the market sometimes, it will normally affect the activity in gold and silver. Generally, when the dollar is stronger, gold and silver will be weaker. When the dollar falls, gold and silver will catch a bid. That's the norm. Doesn't always play out that way, but that's something that you do have to watch for. Now, the Asian markets last night were able to scratch out a little bit of a bid, and that's a positive for today. Okay, so the Asian markets last night were able to finish positive. The Shanghai was down sharply and then reversed, and actually closed higher by 2 points. So that's a positive in the short term that the Shanghai may have gotten a short-term reversal day yesterday. Now the Hang Seng, very ugly, down nearly 1%. I guess it was down 0.8%. The Nikkei was up about 0.5% yesterday, and the Sensex, which is India, was down a little bit, down about 0.6%. So Asian markets are still very, very turbulent here. But you have to look and see the Shanghai made a nice little reversal day, and you got to respect that move on the Shanghai, at least in the short term. Looks like it was very oversold. It was beaten up. So you may want to watch the FXI today. That could be due for a little bit of a bounce. I wouldn't expect all that much, but the FXI may be in play a little bit earlier. So it's been a pretty good day trading vehicle as well for those of you that are day traders like myself. So again, keep that one in play, watching the Shanghai. Let's take a look at the USO. Okay, yesterday USO closed at $40.14. Today USO is trading down just a touch here to 39.75. So again, we'll see exactly how this all plays out. It's a Friday. I usually don't want to make too much out of it. Next week is going to be a very volatile trading week because you do have options expiration. So that's going to be a time to really pay attention and be a short-term trader, in my opinion, as options expiration is always, always a tricky time of the month. That's a time where the institutional traders will play a lot of games with the small retail options traders. So again, they rarely let the small retail options traders collect off their near-term premiums. So again, next week is going to be very, very turbulent. You're going to want to watch for that. And other than that, I don't really see a whole lot. Futures are starting to decline a little bit more, down about $3.75 on the S&P 500 E-mini futures. European Union is still a mess, so please remember that. The European markets are still in really rough shape right now. They're down pretty much across the board. I think the DAX is flat at the moment, but the data out of the European Union is just brutal, very, very poor. Now Ireland is in the mix for looking for another restructuring or a possible secondary bailout, similar to what happened with Greece. So this is not going to end. Portugal will be next. You also have bad data coming out of England last night. It was manufacturing output for April was much weaker than expected. I think it posted a negative number. There's just a lot out there that is negative out of Europe, and this is going to go on. This is not going to end anytime soon. So again, please realize that markets should be turbulent for the foreseeable future, but nothing goes straight down. We'll get bounces along the way. I think it's probably best to remain a short-term trader at this time. But again, take the best chart setups, and that will do you, I think, the best going forward. Okay, everybody, have a great trading day. We'll see you on the charts at 8:30 for those of you in the money stock that belong to the In the Money Stocks chat room. And we'll see. Have a great weekend. If I don't see you, talk to you on Monday.